Seen these protests in Portland happening for nearly 50 nights now.
Since the beginning, Portland police officers have been working during those marches, protests, and sometimes even violent riots. Now, some of their spouses are speaking out.
That's right. Our Fox 12's Kendra Kent is live tonight with a look at a letter that was sent to city officials. Kendra?
Yeah, that's right. And last week, we actually heard from the Portland Police Association asking city leaders to better support officers and to crack down on the violence. Now a letter claiming to be from a spouse of a Portland police officer has been sent to city commissioners, calling the treatment of Portland police disgraceful.
This letter is widely circulating online on social media and websites dedicated to law enforcement. It's addressed to Mayor Ted Wheeler and Portland City Commissioners. The author claims to be a police spouse representing more than 100 other spouses of officers working for the Portland Police Bureau. The letter's message is similar to the one the Portland Police Association released earlier this month, saying in part, the families of Portland police are calling on city leadership to allow PPB to do their jobs and restore order to the city. City leadership should also condemn the continued abuse and extensive harm against Portland police officers. The letter continues, saying that officers' lives have been endangered as fireworks, rocks, bricks, and other objects have been thrown at them by protesters. The spouse says the city of Portland has tied the hands of officers and is not allowing them to protect themselves. City leadership is forcing officers to endure predictable and repeated verbal, emotional, and physical abuse. The complete lack of respect, dehumanization, and gross mischaracterization of the men and women behind the badge is disgraceful. And the Bureau itself is highlighting what it's like for black officers to stand the lines during protesting and rioting. In a podcast shared online Tuesday, Officer Jakari Jackson talked about his experience.
It's been very eye-opening. It says something when you're at a Black Lives Matter protest. You have more minorities on the police side than you have in a violent crowd. And you have white people screaming at black officers. You have the biggest nose I've ever seen.
Jackson says he's had explosives thrown at him, full beer cans and frozen water bottles. He surmises that most of the rioters are white with few, if any, ties to the city.
I'm cool with, people feeling like they want to help a movement, but then when you go to a gentrified community, and one of the first pictures I saw, one of the business that was looted was a black-owned business.
And that letter from the police spouse also specifically called out Portland City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, saying that her anti-police rhetoric is vilifying police officers and creating a hostile work environment. Hardesty has been the loudest voice on the city commission urging for police reform. Now, Hardesty's office sent us a statement in response to that letter, and it says in part, I can emphasize with anyone who worries for the well-being for their loved ones. As public employees, we're all called to serve during best and the hardest of times, and we all have different experiences based on our chosen roles. I appreciate this individual for taking the time to share their perspective with me. We also heard from Mayor Ted Wheeler tonight, who says everyone in our community should have a basic expectation of safety, and we are working to keep city staff and demonstrators safe each night. Reporting live tonight in downtown Portland, Kendra Kent, Fox 12 Oregon.